What's up YouTube, this is James and I'm back today with another Linkin Park reaction video. Another song from Minutes to Midnight. This one came suggested after I did the last one. It's called Hands Held High. Apparently another political song, which I'm here for. I'd like to see what the stance is, what they're saying. I always like it whenever bands take a stand or use their platform for usually the better. So I'm excited for this one. I really have enjoyed the Minutes to Midnight album. There's a lot of the songs that I think mostly I have never heard. I think there's maybe, I don't know how many, 1 to 3 albums of Linkin Park's, like kind of in the middle, that I never heard, and this was one of them. So we're gonna keep going. Hands held high. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the song in the comments and what you think of my reaction, all of that fun stuff, and we'll see what they're talking about.
I got to say something. Lightweight, step at the side when we come in. Feel it in your chest, the syllables get pumping. People on the street, they panic and start running. Words on loose leaf sheet, complete coming. I jump on my mind, I summon the rhyme, I'm dumping. Healing the blind, I promise to let the sun in. Sick of the dark ways, we march to the drumming. Jump when they tell us that they want to see jumping. Fuck that, I want to see some fist pumping. Risk something, take back what's yours. Say something that you know they might attack you for. Cause I'm sick of being treated like I have before. Like a stupid standing for what I'm standing for. Like this war's really just a different brand of war. Like it doesn't cater to rich and abandon poor. Like they understand you in the back of the jet when you can't put gas in your tank. These fuckers are laughing away to the bank and cashing a check, asking you to have compassion and have some respect for a leader so nervous in an obvious way, stuttering and mumbling for nightly news to replay, and the rest of the world watching at the end of the day in their living room laughing like, what did he say?
Alright, so yeah, it sounds like another I'm gonna say anti-war song. The whole beat with the drums, it actually sounds almost like a war march. A little melodic or churchy going on. But he's talking about this war being the same as other wars. I'm assuming he's probably talking when this came out, it would have been like Iraq and war on terror, probably Afghanistan, all that stuff. But he's talking about, say something, do something that, goes against the grain, basically. Take a stand, let your voice be heard. So, yeah, it sounds like Linkin Park, saying that they're not really for the government and this type of war and this type of fight. And we need to take back our power and say something, stand up for what we believe in. I'm gonna run it back a little bit. This is pretty dope. I like it.
For what I'm standing for, like this war's really just a different brand of war. Like it doesn't cater to rich and abandon poor. Like they understand you in the back of the jet when you can't put gas in your tank. These fuckers are laughing away to the bank and cashing a check, asking you to have compassion and have some respect for a leader so nervous in an obvious way, stuttering and mumbling for nightly news to replay.
He's definitely talking about George Bush, because the leader stumbling and mumbling for the nightly news to replay. I mean, it could be any leader. It kind of reminds me of Trump these days. He doesn't really stumble and mumble, but it seems like some of those things he says, it's like his brain is stumbling and mumbling. Not to get too into politics, but it is a political song. With Bush, it was more of a blah, 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 like, what the hell are you talking about? With Trump, it's more like he can say it without stuttering, straight face, but it's still like, what the hell are you talking about? So some things just don't change.
Respect for a leader so nervous in an obvious way, stuttering and mumbling for nightly news to replay, and the rest of the world watching at the end of the day in their living room laughing like, what did he say?
and the rest of the world watching at the end of the day in their living room laughing like, what did he say? Talking about pretty much how America has been, is the kind of the laughing stock of the world based on our leadership at the time. And the same thing is kind of going on with Corona right now. A lot of the world is looking at us and laughing at kind of the way we, we're handling it. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. I mean, it's reality, whether or not you agree with it or not, whether you agree with their take on it. I mean, it is what's happening. If you look at news from different countries, I have friends that live in European countries as well as Asian countries. I've seen newspaper articles, etc., and some of their like Tonight Show type thing, company shows, and we're a laughing stock right now, unfortunately. So the song holds up.
Our leaders so nervous in an obvious way, stuttering and mumbling for nightly news to replay, and the rest of the world watching at the end of the day in their living room laughing like, what did he say?
Amen.
In my living room watching, but I am not laughing, cause when it gets tense I know what might happen. The world is cold, the bold men take action, have to react to get blown into fractions. 10 years old is something to see.
Have to react. What did he say? Have to react. You get blown into fractions. He's talking about the old men being the leaders. I think I know where he's going with this. It sounds like, since we're talking about the war on terrorism, possibly a suicide bomb or something like that, blown into fractions. But let me run it back a little bit.
I am not laughing, cause when it gets tense I know what might happen. The world is cold, the bold men take action, have to react to get blown into fractions. 10 years old is something to see, another kid my age drug under a Jeep, taken and bound and found later under a tree. I wonder if he thought the next one could be me. Do you see the soldiers that are out today to brush the dust from bulletproof vests away? It's ironic, at times like this you pray, but a bomb blew the mosque up yesterday. There's bombs on the buses, bikes, roads, inside your market, your shops, your clothes. My dad has got a lot of fear, I know, but enough pride inside not to let that show. My brother had a book he would hold with pride, a little red cover with a broken spine on the...
So number one, I like the way that they're always very what's the word, vocabulary is not functioning in today. They always respect the troops. They're always behind the troops and what they do. They know that they aren't the ones that put themselves in that position. So that's cool that they do that. And it sounds like maybe he's telling this part of the story from the mindset of a Muslim child, talking about I could be the next one to, I guess, blow up, basically. There's bombs here, there, and he holds a little red book. I'm assuming probably the Quran, maybe not. So yeah, it sounds like that's where this one is going, where the point of view is from.
Your clothes, my dad, he's got a lot of fear, I know, but enough pride inside not to let that show. My brother had a book he would hold with pride, a little red cover with a broken spine on the back. He hand wrote a quote inside, when the rich wage war, it's the poor who die. Meanwhile, the leader just...
Facts. When the rich wage war, it's the poor who die. Like I was just saying, it's the troops. The troops don't send themselves there, and unfortunately, most of the time, a lot of the troops that we have in our army, air force, everything, and just that go to war are poor. That's their only choice to really get out of the situation they're in. So. When the rich wage war, the poor, they die. Just speaking facts right there.
And wrote a quote inside, when the rich wage war, it's the poor who die. Meanwhile, the leader just talks away, stuttering and mumbling for nightly news to replay. The rest of the world watching at the end of the day, both scared and angry, like, what did he say?
Okay, Okay, so they say an amen right here, like kind of like it's in church. Let me know the significance of that when it relates to this song. It could go back to the it's the war on terror. He's doing it from the point of view of a Muslim. It's kind of what I'm thinking, but let me know in the comments. It's almost like they're taking us to church. That is Mike singing, right? That's not Chester, for sure. There may be some harmonizing going on back there, but this sounds like definitely a Mike Shinoda driven song for sure. I like this part. I like the song again. Totally different from what I'm used to when it comes to them, but you could see the progression that they started to make obviously already on this album, that led up to even their most current album, which every band has to do. I know there are a lot of haters out there. Linkin Park, they changed, they don't sound the same, whatever, that's BS. I mean, it's art. This is good stuff. Held high into the sky, so blue the ocean opens out to swallow you. With hands held high into the sky, so blue the ocean opens out to swallow you. With hands held high into the sky, so blue the ocean opens out to swallow you. Alright, so that was Hands Held High, Linkin Park. Good song. After the last one I did, people said they have several political songs. This is definitely one. It's their take. You could say anti-war song. It could also just be commentary on the war. It doesn't necessarily have to be anti, but read behind the lines, it definitely is, in my opinion. Hands Held High, the name of the song, I think it just kind of means like we the people, we're done with this. The government is gonna do what they want to do. War on terror is BS. And then telling the story through the eyes of a Muslim child, and you never know if it's going to be you to be next, basically. And also as a soldier, the same thing. And basically kind of neither of them want to be there, neither of them want to be in that situation, but they're both in that situation. That's how they got there. When the rich go to war, the poor die, and that sums up, I think, the song and the idea of it pretty good. So yeah, I like the song. As usual, I wish Chester would have been in it. I'm a Chester fan, but it's definitely a Mike Shinoda driven song, which is cool. Watching the Mike Shinoda stream right now as he's making a beat. Actually, it's just on silent, obviously, but good song. Keep the suggestions coming. I will keep the reactions coming for Linkin Park and other bands, artists that you would like me to do a reaction to. And yeah, with that said, I'll see you next time. Have a good day, and deuces.